Let's go for a swim in this general direction. Okay. Oh. Hey. Oh, hey. Yes, what? No. This is not an exit. Right? No. I hate these green dudes. They're actually too strong. Ah. Ah. Are you joking? What the hell? What? Look at him. What the... You're the thing that I saw. Oh. Another? Babies. Kill the babies. Ah, finally out of the cave. Good day, and welcome back to Sons of the Forest. Now, it has been a while, and there's a good reason for that. Well, there's a few, actually. Reason number one, in order to record this video, I had to do a lot of preparation, and then you'll know why in just a moment. So let me show you what I've been doing. Here we are. I've been collecting lots and lots of resources, and I started building this, just here. So this is a foundation. Virginia, I'm trying to do a video, Virginia. Damn. Okay, so this is a foundation for a house that I'm going to build this episode. The kind of layout of the house is inspired by the Skyrim breeze home. So if you know what that looks like, then you kind of will get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, a lot of work got into that. So many resources got into it, and I've had to collect all these resources again, ready for this video to build the rest of the house. I bet even this won't be enough to finish it, but we shall at least get as far as we can. Now, another reason why this video has taken so long to come out is because this is the second edition of the foundation that I made. The first edition I had some issues with, so I had to completely break it apart and then reconstruct this one. So the problem I was having with the original platform was when I tried to place logs on the corners, I could place them on some, but not on others. I think this was because I used lots of small platforms, placed them together, and it appeared that they overlapped. So then for the new platform, I used medium-sized platforms. I placed it, then I filled it with materials before I then placed the next blueprint next to it. And then when there was a gap, instead of placing two more platforms, I'd just use a log to branch across. And I'd always check to see if I can place logs on the corners. Now, also between episodes, I've done some exploring. So what I've got new in my inventory is ancient armor. So I got a comment at the end of last video saying that I missed something. Got to pick up the armor off of the geezer holding the relic and the spaceship. So here it is now. If I try wearing this, it actually acts as armor. And you see it's got like a yellow charge beam next to my health bar, but I'm not sure if that's going to mean it's got like a durability before it breaks. So just in case, I'm going to stick to me creepy armor. I will see if I can put that on an armor stand to display it somewhere in the house. What else do I have? I picked up a second revolver because I've put the first one on the shelf in the armory. On my way back from the bunker, you'll see that I've got a glider rack here. I've also got a spare one in my inventory. So now I have two gliders. So I picked up another glider. I also picked up a Night V and brought that back home. So you might remember me trying to use this a couple of episodes ago. What is that? Ah! And this is actually the same one that yeah, I tried to use in that episode. Also, on my way back, I found some stuff. So I found a downed plane wreckage, which looked pretty cool. There wasn't too much in it, too many special items. It was just the leather jacket I have here, just a clothing item. But also on my way back, coincidentally, right next to the helicopter crash, somehow I missed it, but I found a stun baton. There we go. So now I've got that, and that's kind of filled the space in my inventory. So who knows what else I've missed on my adventures. Cool. Shall we get on with the building then? I think so. So let me grab my log sled. Right, so I need to figure out how this is going to work. My plan, similar to the armory over there, is to have a wall, a stone wall. It's kind of like a foundation for the wall. So what I tried to figure out is if I can have a 3 high wall and a plank on top and it not look stupid. So there's 2, there's 3. So now the problem is if I go 1 lower with the logs, it means the wall's going to be halfway in between the joining beam, but at this height there's a big gap. So I kind of binned that off in my mind, and I'm just going to stick to the nice, easy 2 high wall, which means I need to knock this down 1 more. There we are. Plonk this over here. There we go. That's what we're going with. Planning ahead in my mind so I don't have to take everything down again like I had to do with those 2 builds. I'm sure you've seen by now how annoying building is in Sons of the Forest, so I want to have like I guess a fence going around the wooden parts. This is kind of like a jetty going around the outside of the house. So to begin with, I need... Nope, gimme. I need to at least start that jetty, otherwise I won't then be able to place this here. I'm going to place you... Can I place you on top of here? Why, I can't see why not. Maybe if I get rid of that. Can I place you now? Yeah. Can I place you across? No. I've already run into a little issue. Why can't I do that? Okay, so I guess I can't have you here, but I can have you all the way around. I just can't have you connected to the house, which is annoying. But you do what you can do in this game, honestly. So it really makes you work for what you want things to look like. So I'm gonna just keep going around the outside, yeah, with a half log. I'm gonna go all the way around the outside, and then on the inside I'm not going to use stone. Or actually, I might use stone. I'll figure that out later, I think. And there we go. So I've built the half log foundation, I guess, all the way along. But now the question I have is, before I get to that actually, I want to explain the layout. So similar to the Skyrim Breeze home, you kind of start off with a small house and then you extend onto the house. You got multiple rooms, 2 different floors, and you basically just get to choose whether the extra rooms on the side and the back are kind of like a tower or an armory, an enchanting room, whatever. So that's what I've got on the sides here. 2 kind of long rooms, 2 wide and 6 long. Yeah, and same on that side. And then at the back I've got kind of this 3x3 square, which I guess I could make into a tower. I'll see how ridiculous that looks later on. But yeah, we've got the main hall area, which should be kind of like a dining room. It's going to be very cool. It's going to have like a balcony all the way around. It'll have a bedroom on the 2nd floor towards the back. And then this little bit here is kind of like the porch or the starter house that you make first. And then build off of it later on. So, yeah, I think I'm going to put stone on the insides, creating kind of like the separation wall. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right, that means more stone and more pillars. Let's just pillar these bits off then, shall we? Okay, that's all the pillars placed. I've divided up each room, so we've got a little tower at the back, we've got 2 side rooms, and then the little beginner house at the front. I'm going to need these again later once I've put the stone in, but for now let's do the stone. And I think while I'm doing the stone, I'm going to talk about an announcement I've got for the channel. So, essentially, I'm going to stop gaming for a while. So my thoughts behind this was basically the YouTube algorithm doesn't really know what my channel's about. Is it gaming? Is it prop making? It's a bit confused on what my niche is. And probably the most important thing for your channel to grow is for YouTube to figure out what your niche is, so it can advertise you to the right people. So my plan to help YouTube figure out what my niche is, my niche being prop making mainly, because that is the, I guess, the most successful side of the channel. It's more of a, I guess it's more of a unique niche that isn't as saturated as gaming, so it will be easier to grow. But yeah, that's my plan, is to help the channel grow by training the YouTube algorithm to put my videos out to people that want to see them, prop makers. So with that in mind, I'm going to stop gaming for a while and focus more on props. I can get prop stuff out more frequently. But for now, I do want to finish the gaming series that I've started. So I've recently finished Crysis 3 Remastered. So that's why I haven't picked up a new game yet. I'm going to finish Split Fiction. I'm going to finish Sons of the Forest to the best of my ability. And then take a break from gaming. So mind you, it's only a break. I do want gaming to be a part of the channel. But if I do want to see some growth, more consistent growth over a shorter period of time, I do need to focus more on just one thing for now, and then once I've got an audience I can branch out and do some other stuff as well. So yeah, that's my plans for the future of this channel, but for now we can enjoy more gaming. I do have a prop video, the next prop video, almost ready to be released, but my plan is to finish gaming, finish the series, and then the next video after that will be prop, and then from then on it'll just be prop videos. And yeah, I'm just hoping to be as consistent as possible, because this year so far I've made 2 props, and that is terrible. That is terrible. So yeah, I do aim to do better than that. I do like prop making, but it's very time consuming, and right now it's quite weather dependent, because I can only make stuff outside because I don't have the space indoors, but that might change between the next prop video and the one after. So stay tuned for maybe a new setup for my prop stuff. I suppose while we're on the topic of channel updates, I have a little thing on Patreon. So you may have seen a post about it on YouTube, but I have merch on Patreon. So it's nothing too major. Like, if you subscribe to either one of my memberships, you get a sticker for the first 3 months. If you subscribe to the Pierce Props membership, which is a little bit more, then you also get a mug after 3 months. And these items are personalized, the little design on them I made myself using Adobe Illustrator. So yeah, a little something to give back to you guys for supporting the Patreon and supporting the channel through Patreon as well. So yeah, go and check it out if you're interested in seeing what the merch looks like. And there we go. We have placed all the stone around, and you may notice that I've got little doorways here and here. I was thinking originally to have the doors in the middle, but then remembering my hours and hours on Skyrim, I think the doors are separated by a gap. And it just means whatever I put in this room, I can go around the edge, can have a little bit here, a little bit here, and then the doors are kind of separate. So what's the point in having 2 double doors that are right next to each other? It's better to, I guess, space them out a bit. And then this room at the end got a door, and a small little breeze home at the start's got a door. And I've left this gap here because I need to get the sled in and out. So yeah, sun's going down. I'm going to finish placing the logs on top, and then that will be the, I guess, first half layer of the house done. Okay, so now all that's done, I need to figure out now. I can actually put these on the corners. Lovely. So now that's 1 log tall. And now what I need to kind of figure out is the balcony, indoor balcony. How high do I want it? I think that is high enough. Yeah, I'll see if I can get a staircase in the corner here maybe, or if not then just a ladder. But yeah, I'm gonna have pillars on the outside of this inner room. Just not sure yet how far to go back, but I know I want some here, another one here, and kind of just all around the outside. I think what am I going to do actually is take, no, not that one. I'm going to take this one and this one away, place you here, and I'm going to place you here, and place you in the corner, and you in the corner, like so. So I've got more space to kind of move around in. I don't want to just be confined by all these pillars, make the space feel smaller. Actually, do I need a balcony going out this way? Or could I just have a balcony around the back edge? Huh. Okay, I've kind of changed my mind with the balcony. So this is how it's going to look. Instead of being one in after the door, so there's a balcony above the door, I've kind of removed that. So now I've got 2, 2, 2, then this brick wall where the fireplace is going to be. There's a little space behind, maybe like a kitchen where I store food and stuff. But yeah, this is how the balcony is going to sit all the way around. And then I will probably try and do stairs up this way if that's possible. Probably not actually, because of how it's laid out. So it might just have to be a ladder or a rope. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that's the second floor, but I still got to do the first floor. So what I'm missing now is just these on every corner. So yeah, let's get done with that. Ta-da! I have placed all the half logs around the whole edge, so now this wall will be the same height as the first floor balcony. So I guess what I could do now is where I plan to have doors, I can pop a log. There we go, that's the door frames all made up. I do kind of have a plan. I guess I can show you. So this front door is going to be a normal door. This will be the first, I guess, open door frame. Or do I want it just to be a normal door? I think I might have it as a normal door as well. That way there's kind of divide. So let's see if I put you there. And I want to put one on this side as well if I can. If not, no biggie, it will just have to be a square door. But I was going to try and have it like a kind of like a triangle door. I thought that would look cool. But no. Yeah, square door frame it is. So, next thing to do now is to do all of the walls for the, I guess, the first level. I'm going to start with this little house front bit first. And that way then I can figure out what I want this roof to look like and then put the roof here and make sure it all fits properly. So this house isn't going to have a very high roof, whereas this one will. And then these side ones might have a slight slanted roof. It'll probably be here as well. I won't go any higher with these side rooms. It'll be the main room that goes up another once, maybe twice more. See how it looks. But for now, let me place me some logs. Yeah, look at all these beasties come to disturb me. He's going to hurt himself on those spikes. Yep, there goes his leg somehow. Oh, okay. See, still trying to walk. I dropped a pouch. Thank you. Oh, someone set off the trap. Oh! Ouch. Okay. Well, it's now needs resetting again. Oh god. What's happening? Oh god. Damn. Okay, there we go. First floor wall done for the little room here. Now I think what I'm going to do, since this room's 4 wide, I'm going to place a pillar here, a pillar here, a pillar here, and a pillar over here. I'm going to join these pillars, and these are going to be the structural part of the building, but also I'll have a walkway around the edge, and in the middle I'm going to have a couple of campfires. With this kind of space, probably about 4 or 5. And then I'll have loads of drying racks as well, maybe food storage around the edge. Be a nice little, almost like smoker house. Let me just do the pillars here. Okay, there we go. Kind of interior structural design for this is done. Now to figure out the roof. Right then, to get on the roof, I'm going to place you there. I'm going to grab a few logs, and I think what I want to do is make quite a sharp 45-degree style roof. And see how that looks. Oof. Do I like that? Don't think I do. Yeah, for some reason the logs are taller than they are wide, which looks very odd. So I think I'm going to take it down by 1/4. And then that should be about 45 degrees, right? Chop. Chop. Place. Place. Okay, that's much better. It is... Yeah, it is about 45 degrees. That'll be fine. Right. For the top of the roof, because I can't keep this angle going to the middle of this log, unfortunately. It's the thing I chose. Having a 3 wide building, unfortunately, is there isn't a centre bit for 2 roofs to meet like there is for the storehouse. It's 4 wide. This one is 3 and then 5 wide, so I'll have to just put up with the flat roof, which won't be too bad, I don't think. So now I've got to kind of do this roof paneling. So with this bit in the center, if I just jump over here, add you on there, add you on there, I will also need to chop you down a bit. Chop, chop. And then I should be able to branch a log down to there, and then I'll continue until I basically have the roof kind of blueprinted out. Okay, the structure of the roof, I guess the outline of the roof is all done and it works nicely. I'm not going to put the roof tiles on just yet in case I do mess things up later on, and then I can put the roof tiles down once I'm finished with the rest of the build, just to make sure that I don't have to take it all down again and then put it all back up again. So with the main area here, I'm going to put this here and this here, because I know the second floor is going to be 1 full log tool, and this is only 3/4, but now it is a full log tool. I want to see if I can put a log on this corner here without trying to lift up the roof here. Please just let me place on top. Yeah, problemo. So, actually, problemo solved. Ah, using the game to my advantage, despite its glitches. Oh. Nice. Now I'm going to try and fill this all in and hope that it will let me fill this bit in. Please, 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 please. Let me do something. Not good. I suppose what I could try... Honestly, this game is just problem solving. If I put the tiles down, or at least this part of the roof, no. Okay, that's an issue. Or is it? Hang on. Now that I've placed the roof there, will it let me? It lets me place on top. Which perhaps means if I chop the end of this off, put you along there, could I then fill this gap? Oh. Moment of truth. Oh no. Please. Don't just leave this bloody hole in the wall. No. I might just have to live with that. Unless there's always something to try. Unless taking all of those off. Plonk you on there, maybe? Are you gonna... wait, can you... She can't go that way, but can you go at an angle like this? No, I don't think you can. Shit. So, I've had a little play around with the roof to see if I can get anything better than this. What I have attempted, basically hasn't worked, is trying to do this, make the gap a little bit smaller, but then it just means I can't put anything else on top, which is really annoying. This gap in the roof, I'm just going to have to, I don't know, try and hide it somehow with maybe some interior stuff, but unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. So the next thing I have left to do is just to put all these walls in to make them the same height as these walls in here. So let me get on with that. Starting over here. Oh, damn. Go ahead, weird noises. Kind of sound like a bear growling. I hope he's fighting the, guys. Let me watch. Oh, he got KO'd. I think. Not quite. Almost. It's a shame I don't have binoculars in this game. Oh, I do. No, I don't. They're night vision goggles. Oh, well. See if we can play a tune. This is great. All the guys are getting absolutely massacred by this big monstrosity. He's running away. Get him! Oh! Knocked him out the tree. Damn, he's done for. Well, that was entertaining. He seems to be running off into the distance now. Cool. Well, thanks for the entertainment there, boy. Nice. And we're done with the walls all the way round and on the inside as well. Now I need to figure out what to do with the roofs for the two side rooms. They shouldn't be too much of a faff compared to this front section with these massive holes, but you never know. So I think if I use you to get up, please, and then I use you as a pillar there. So having it that angle, it's kind of not sharp enough, I don't think. Oh no, sorry, it's too sharp. That's too small now, I think. Yeah. Let's just stick to the original idea. Boom. Boom. Is that right? Let's place some logs and actually have a look. Yeah. That's fine. That's the angle I'm looking for, basically. As best as it can be with what I've got. Cool, so then just build the roof all the way along. And then I'll need to figure out some, I guess, roof supports. Because I don't want beams filling this space. I want beams going along. Yeah, you'll see. So if I place you onto there. I place you there. Can I then take this away and ta-da! Floating beam. And do the same over here. One beam there. Take this away. Ta-da! Cool. And then I'll have one in the middle as well. There we go, and I don't think I want the corner supports because then that would just fill this room even more. I'm going to pop you there, take you away. Okay, now we have this. If I place you there, and grab some more logs. Place you there, take you away. There we go. I've kind of got this beam, structural beam going across. I can have this here as well to make it look like it's all together and sound constructually. Pop you there. Bounce you up. I actually need to... yeah. I'll put you down first. Pop you there. Take you away. Maybe? No? Why can't I take you away? There wasn't a problem over here. Why is it a problem over here? It maketh no sense. Okay, what if... Oh, I guess I'd have to do this as well anyway. Have it squared along the room. Hopefully that will kind of fix it. Maybe. Plonk you across there. Can I now take this? Yes. Okay, fixed. There we go. Sometimes it takes a bit of faffing about to get it to work, but once it works, now you have a roof. Let's go all the way along. Oh, I need one more. There we go. So I have to copy this exact same thing on the other side as well. Come on. Oh, cool. There we go. Then I need 4 logs here. While I'm at it, I can kind of, I guess, place these structural beams for the balcony as well. Nice. Now to fill in all the logs going up. Shit. Maybe. Maybe. Please, come on. Oh, I see why. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what? It's fixable. So, I can't fill this gap here because this log here is not a structural log, because this log is a full log and not 2 half logs on top of each other. So I couldn't put this, I guess, along. I could only put it on top of the log below it. So to fix that and to be able to fill this gap, I have to destroy this 1 square of roof and hope that's all I have to destroy. There we go. So now I can place you here. There we go. Now that's fixed. Cool. Now then, I think I want to try and attempt to make this corner work here, because as you can see, this is 3 high and this is a full length high. So I'm going to have to see if I can put a water log on top of there and finish building this wall here. To begin with, it might be easier to start building the, I guess, the walk around. I might do logs this way. No, this way. Yeah, that'd be nice. Cool. Alright, walkway or balcony on one side done. Let's have a look at this little problem in the corner. So I'm going to chop off one of you to see if I can place you on there, which I can. Sweet. Now I need a full log to put in the corner, and that should be jobs are good. Okay, so I've done this side of the house now, the roof going up and this back wall here, the balcony as well. Now I need to do the other side, but of course I'm not going to make you watch that. So in 3, 2, 1, bang! There we go. Magically, the other half of the house is done. Let's go and check it out. So I've done this on this side, this on this side as well. Got a little rope to get up on this side. This roof is all done. Just like over here. Very nice. I've done the walls up to that end bit there because I haven't quite done the floor, the back end of the house yet, and I filled in this corner wall here. There we go. But you might notice we have ran completely out of logs. Completely. So yeah, I need some more logs. So cue the montage. Okay, it has taken a while, but all the log storages have been refilled. I've also done a little bit more to the house. I'll go through that in a moment, but I just want you to gaze at how much wood this is now. I've never seen this forest so desolate before. Just look. I mean, some of the trees are already growing back, but this was like all empty apart from the ones around the back you can see. I've never seen this like forest so empty. It almost pretty much goes up to the road. Look, it does go up to the road. That's how many logs it took to refill all those log storages. But back to the house. I've done a little bit off camera just to see if I could get it to work. I've added a banister and a kind of banister here and here. I'm not sure if I'm happy with that or if there's something more I could do about it. But while also messing around trying to create this banister, I've kind of figured out how to make this less of a hole and more of like a statement art piece. So kind of essentially how I did it. Trying to place this log here, I tried to place a quarter log there with I believe it's a quarter log on top. And was hoping that I could just connect it straight to the bottom, but for some reason it only wants me to connect it to the, I guess, the half log size high, which is what I've gone for. I could also do 3/4 and a whole log high, but that's not, I don't know why it doesn't want to go to the quarter one. That's a shame. But essentially, how I got this to work, so I did quarter log, then I did a half log on top of that to make it 3/4, which is where this beam used to cross. And then I chopped off a quarter of the log, which made the log fall down. So I couldn't actually place a log there naturally. I could only have it placed there once I'd cut underneath it and it fell. But then it allowed me to place another quarter log on top, to which I could do the beam straight across at the same time. So now I've got this kind of filled in. It wouldn't let me go any lower though, but I'm happy with that. It's better than what I thought we were going to get. It's a little bit more hidden. Glad I figured that out. I've looked at some reference images and looking at the interior of the Breeze home, I think what I want to do is kind of bring the balcony to here. So not quite a balcony. So it'll be a wall, then it'll be a step back, and then another wall here, if that makes sense. Put you under here, put you under here, put you across here. If I get rid of these two now, I can now branch this balcony across to here. So I'll go and do that. And there we go. So I've got the floor here, but actually, where I was going to put the wall here, I'm now going to put the wall along here. So this room here, which would be like the bedroom, as it is in the Hearthfire house, would now be 3 by 5 instead of 2 by 5. So I can move these now. And now I need to fill in the space here. So to do that, I need to figure out where the supporting beams are going to go. There we go, done. So I've got the roof in now. And I guess now I can just fill it with planks. That's the next step. Yeet! Okay then. Bedroom floor placed, and it's quite a big room actually. It's quite nice. I think with this back bit I might make it a tower, so not sure if I'm going to fill the floor in now or if I'm just going to kind of have it look all the way up to the top. Be kind of cool, especially if I'm like filling it with, I don't know, like bones and skulls and stuff. It'd be like Game of Thrones. You got the Hall of Faces or whatever it's called. Yeah, kind of that kind of grandiose is what I'm looking for. But now that we've done this, I can start to build up the walls a bit. So let's do that. Right, okay, the wall is done all the way around, and then these three as well. So if we come through here, we've now got this empty wall space, which will eventually become part of the roof that goes over as well. And now what I haven't done yet is done this room here, the roof or the upper wall, because I'm unsure what I want to do, whether I want it to go all the way up or if I want to have a floor at this level and another room in the bedroom level. I think I want to put a floor down. Yeah. Now, to figure out how to do that without putting any pillars in a 3x3, you have to work that out. Alright then. You. 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 And you. Right then. Can I? Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. So I can have a roof with no supports in a 3x3. Lovely. Okay, so I've done the bottom floor walls. Well, no, they were already done. I've done the bottom floor roof slash second floor. And then I've started placing these pillars to make the second floor higher. And I just had a thought. Instead of having a tower that goes up, instead, this bit could be a balcony. So I've already got my bedroom here. It'd be nice just to walk through and have this as a balcony. So with that in mind, what I could do is, so I can't put a fence here, but I can use sticks to make a fence because they work inside a house apparently. So if I place that there, I'd have to be a bit strategic with it, but I can actually go through. I can then boing, boing, ta-da! Now I've got a railing for the balcony. I think it'd be quite nice actually. I don't know if I want the roof slanting up up this way, or just to have a roof that kind of collapses in on itself. I'd have to test that out, but I do like the idea of having this room as a balcony instead of doing what Skyrim did and just have it as a tower. Yes. Okay, I managed to get the gazebo look to work. So it was either a roof that was going to go slant up towards the, I guess the wall here, or it's going to be this gazebo roof. If I could get this to work, I much prefer this because it looks cool. So let me show you how. So I filled in the roof with these beams going across. Then I put a half log on the 4 corners in the middle. And to my surprise, it let me place a log there, and a log coming down the middle here as well. Which then meant that it would allow me to fill the planks in the gaps here. So yeah, it worked. But I also placed these stick fences, which kind of add to the gazebo look, and it keeps me safe from wandering off the edge as well. So once I get like torches and maybe like a couch or something looking out in the distance, it'd be so nice. But yeah, that is this back bit done. Alright, so the house is looking very nice now, but there's one more thing to do before this house is complete, and that is the big ass roof on top. That's the last thing to do. So let's begin. So what I need to do at the moment is to bring the walls up for the main area, main space, half a log taller. So I'm going to chop up some logs. And then we're going to start placing these logs up around the top of the house. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And many more to go. Okay, all the half logs are placed around the wall. Excellent. Now I'm going to, I guess, fill in the walls. So it's going to take like 3 logs each in each gap here. Alright. Okay, all done. The wall all built up all the way around. Took a while, but done. Now, what I think I'm going to have to do is remove the banister, unfortunately. So what I'm thinking is, where the pillars join here, they'll also have to go all the way up to make the roof. Because I can have a 3 wide freestanding roof, but I can't have a 5 wide, so I will need pillars where the balcony is. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pillars, and then got the wall which will act as a support as well. So these pillars are going to have to be 1.5 tall. I'm not sure yet if I can make pillars 1.5 tall. No, I can't. Let's see if we can find a workaround. Okay, now that's done. It's kind of exactly the same as the bottom, but I should be able to place the half logs on top. So I think now I'm just going to go ahead and work on the roof, I guess. Okay, we're actually going to need some scaffolding. Gorgeous. And that's how it's going to be. Okay, great haul done. Now I'm going to work on this bedroom bit here. And that's the bedroom done. Very similar to in here, but facing the other way. Now I've got to work on building the roof up. So I think I've already decided for the main roof to have it the same kind of angle as this smaller house roof, where it's 3/4 going up at that angle, whereas on the sides it's only a half log going up that makes the angle. So let's give that a try. Okay, let's have a look. 3, 2, 1. Not sure I'm a fan. If it came to a point, maybe that'd be a bit better, but it does not. I think it's too steep. Okay, I'm going to try this way. Moment of truth. And a 3, 2, 1. I think that's the best we're going to get. At least it doesn't look like a church. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of full logs now. A lot. Okay, right, last thing to do is to fill the roof in. There we go. The house is finished. Wow, that took a while. Should we go and take a look? Okay, look at it. So this is a view from the front, and this is a view from the back. I love how this back room balcony turned out. It looks really nice. It's a shame you can't see it from the front though, but oh well, it's there and it looks great. And now let's take a look inside. So first room here, looking very nice. So I'm thinking interior decorating. We're gonna have some fireplaces. There's some drying racks, some shelves around the outside to store food. Then we come into the Great Hall. This is where we're going to have a little dining table set up down the middle. Going off the sides, we've got this room here, a little side room. I'm thinking we might have planters in here. Make a little garden, that'd be nice. Then over here at the back behind the grand table is going to be a little fireplace. Then beside it some fire log storage. And then I guess just any other decorative items we can fill this place with. Room on the other side I might have as like armor. I can see like nice armor stands going up in these gaps between the roof beams. A little bit of storage for weapons maybe. Looking at the front, it's not too bad. This kind of window kind of looks like an artistic choice. But yeah, I'm not too sad about that. It looks quite nice. Now the second floor, we've got the balcony. We've got no railing, but I don't think we need it. We're not that clumsy. Here we have the back bedroom. Gonna have my big bed here. Got I guess another artistic choice window at the back. Then we've got this balcony here. It's looking really nice. I can imagine having like a settee or something. And it's raining. Yeah, having like a settee or something looking out into the distance, that'd be nice. Then round the back here, I've got a space we could use. I can't remember what goes in here in the game, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. And then out the back, we've got this small little back room here. Either storage or there might be some useful items. Maybe I could put my glider and stuff in here. The Night V maybe. Yeah. So all in all, I'm very happy with how this build turned out. It is missing some windows and obviously the decorative stuff inside, so I might do some windows before the next episode. But yeah, again, this house is modelled after the Hearthfire home from Skyrim. I think it turned out really well. It's very grand. So I guess going back to what we were talking about earlier with the channel update, I will be continuing this series until completion, hopefully before the end of 2025. So next year can be fully prop focused. That is my plan. So of course I will finish this game to the best of my ability, and I'll also finish Split Fiction. But if you do really enjoy the gaming videos, then I still do gaming videos, but on another channel. So I have a joint channel with my best friend Ryan, and we are 2 players, link in the description. Where essentially we just play games, chill and chat. It's quite a laugh. So yeah, if you're missing the gaming videos that much, go and check that out, and then hopefully that will quench your thirst. Also, if you want to see all the nitty-gritty and exactly how this house was built, I have a 4-part mini-series, I guess, on Patreon that includes all 10 hours of footage that it took to build this house. That is how long it took. So my plan for next video is that we need to find some more blueprints to decorate the house. I hope there's some more decoration options, but I wouldn't feel great about decorating the house knowing that I could find more blueprints and stuff that would fit in places better. So next episode I'm going to go hunting for some blueprints, and then maybe episode after that we can do the interior. All in all, I do hope you enjoyed watching this video. It has been a great build. I hope you guys have learned something from my mistakes. Lots of them I ran into trying to build this thing, but we got through it, we built it, it's done, and now on to better things. So thank you all for watching, and see you.